Probably should let that black mage die. Your DPS, you should not pull ahead of the tank. You should not pull extra because you think the tank isn't pulling enough. Just a thought. Right, what do you think, Denny? DPS should not pull extra mobs because they think the tank's not pulling enough. Mila! Ah, Silkard, I must apologize for my earlier behavior. As first sword, my duty is not only to foster your growth as a gladiator, but to also protect you from dangers you are not yet ready to face. I did not know that Leovold has become the leader of the Alucrin. Had he chosen to bear his steel at us, many and more of us would have not returned alive. I need to know why he's turned to a life of crime, and so I've ordered my best men to scour Thanalin for any trace of his whereabouts. Unfortunately, one of them has disappeared. I have strong suspicions that he's been taken prisoner by the Alucrin, or worse. If there's any hope of saving him, we must act quickly. I would have you search for our missing comrade. His last report stated that he was tracking the Alucrin near the hammers in western Thanalin. If you go there, you may yet find some clues to his fate. I've been far too reckless in recent days and let too many good gladiators come to harm. Please, Silkard, find our missing comrade and bring him home safe. Okay, western Thanalin. Oh, right over there? Okay. Forgot where the hammers was. Oops. Gateway is right here. No, I don't care about the fate. Hey, I found him. He's not dead. It's a trap, brother. Sweet. I love traps. That's some fine swordsmanship, Silkard. Mila, the first sword certainly knows how to pick 'em. Yeah, even after all these years, I can't quite bring myself to call her that. I still remember when her father first brought her to the guild, a wee lass who cried at the sight of naked steel. But to look at her now, you'd swear she was born with a blade in her hand. Not like she had much of a choice but to rise to the occasion, though, what with all the trouble Aldous got into 7 years ago. Selfish bastard, he should have never... but enough of my rambling. I'll make my way back to Ul'dah after a short rest. You go on ahead and tell me I'm fine. Okay. I handled it. Paladin quests are so easy. I hope so. Because, well, the Conjurer and White Mage weren't too bad until the very end. And that one at 70 was harsh. Oh, I believe it. Because eventually Pallies get the ability to start healing themselves. They're already tanky. Scholar would have been easier if the little Lala warrior that does the quest for you. Yeah, the Scholar ones are tense because they would have been easier if the little Lala warrior girl that you're palling around with actually like came up as part of your party, because your fairy won't heal her, and you have to like switch back. You can't. There's no like easy way to switch to her. So Card, thanks the guys. You're all right. I heard all about the ambush at the Hammers. Excellent work. You've been invaluable to the guild, and I cannot thank you enough. In fact, I believe you deserve a much-needed rest. Take some time for yourself and return when you've recuperated. But before you go, speak with Lulutsu. I believe she has a message for you. Alright, where's Lulutsu? Ah, Sokar, the very gladiator I was seeking. Lean closer, for I would not have others hear my words. Aldous sends his regards and requests you meet him at the Lich Yard in Eastern Thanalin. Naturally, I have not divulged this information to the First Sword. As you may have gathered on their previous interactions, she is still rather upset with him and likely would... would likely forbid any further association. Quite understandable, since he was clearly being groomed to become the next guildmaster before the horrible scandal. They would have made such a lovely couple. Forgive me. This is hardly an appropriate topic for conversation. Anyway, you have my word the First Sword will not hear any rendezvous with me. Okay. Yeah, I would imagine most of the tanking, like, story quests are relatively easy. Only because, I mean, what are they gonna have you do but kill a bunch of mobs? And you can stand there and take it for the most part. That's the only part that made Summoner a little difficult. It was easier once you got, it was a little easier once you got Titan Eggy, because it was the tanking pet. But even that tanking pet can't hold aggro against the spells that you're tossing. But the Bard ones were fun. Some of them got a little tense, but as long as you ran around a little bit, you were okay. Summoner's really easy in the beginning. Like, super easy in the beginning. I started having a couple problems later on. And maybe the problem was that I was using the Titan Aggie instead of one of the other ones, so I wasn't doing as much damage. Where have you been? Busy drowning in some sweet young thing's eyes. Well, if that's the case, I understand completely. All this. It's been 7 years since Milla's father was laid to rest here. He was mean and stubborn, an old goat through and through. By gods, when he danced with a sword in his hand, it was pure poetry in motion. Bard. Or Archer. Bard. Milla's right. There's no way I could know what it was like for her back then. Forced to replace her father under such terrible circumstances. Oh, there's that monk. And who might you be? Another of Leovold's lackeys? Master Leovold has been most distressed since learning of your return. This is unacceptable. Your master does not deserve your loyalty, kitten. When you've outlived your usefulness, we'll dispose of you like so many others. Believe me, I speak from personal experience. Say what you will, I will not be swayed. So her name is Zana. If it was spelled a little differently, it'd be really... Well, she's kind of close to the way a particular Star Wars character named Zana is spelled. She looks awfully determined to kill me. Still, I'm not really in the mood to play. Mind stopping her, Sokard? Sure. Yeah, I noticed that with, I noticed that in your first fight, when you first meet Aldous. He hits things super hard. Touch of death. Oh. Done. All I had to do was beat a monk. You've gotten stronger. Good. I'm glad Millet has a man like you to rely upon. She's her father's daughter, a leader of men, a true warrior, and an obstinate woman who lets her feelings cloud her judgment. Which is why she needs to be surrounded by dependable people who will give her good counsel and keep her temper in check. Now more than ever. Stick by her. She needs you more than she knows. Sure. Thank you. I know this business with Leopold and Alecrim has everyone on edge, but it's almost over now. You have my word. I owe it to our old man to put an end to this. To give him peace in Thal's realm by making that bastard Leopold finally answer for his crimes. Remember what I said, Sokard? Now, go. She's probably wondering where you are. I am kind of important. All this reminds me of Auron from 10. Like, I know he's not the same guy, but that's who he reminds me of. Except Auron was grumpy. Yeah, all this is awesome. He's hilarious. Why are you staring at me like that, Sokard? Is something the matter? You're behaving rather oddly. I just walked in. Well, I'm afraid I have no news regarding the Alecrim's movements. I remain confident that we will find them soon, though, so keep your blade sharp. I just smote that monk. Okay. So that is a new blade. How's that new shield? Hmm. Block strength is good, but the block rate is not as good. I don't know which one's more important. Buckler's legendary cat. Where did that come from? I don't know, dude. Alright, we're gonna take this shield. Oh my goodness. Oh, I should have looked at that. Alright, 83, 83, 44. Seven, 6, 7. Okay, so I guess that is better. Now. I don't really like this armor. Just saying, I don't really like this armor.